peaceful relationships within a family. Still
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
with me?
Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Sometimes,
With the new episode of the Leaders Lounge, I'm your host Hesham Wala, and I hope you all are doing well. And welcome back to the Leaders Lounge. In today's episode, we are deep diving into the science, psychology, and joy of laughter. We are joined by our brilliant co-host Hussein AI Maya. We explore the fascinating questions: what makes us laugh, and why is laughter so good for us, and from its impact on health to its role in human connection. Get ready to discover the laughter that brings us together and keep us well. So let's get started on today's inspiring podcast. First of all, hello Maya, how are you?
wonderful introduction, Hesham. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Excited to dive into the science of laughter with you. It's a great topic.
Okay. Yes, Maya, you're
So,
right, and it's a great
what?
topic to discuss. And like we all laugh in our real life, so it's I take it from our real lives. So and to continue, first of all, we have to start with basics and basics of laughter and science of laughter, psychology of laughter. So Maya, first of all, can you tell us what is laughter from a scientific perspective? We all know about the laughter, but from scientific perspective.
Okay, excellent starting point. So, what is laughter from a scientific perspective? Well, it's surprisingly complex. It's not just a simple emotional response. Physiologically, laughter involves a coordinated series of involuntary actions, contractions of the facial muscles, rhythmic movements of the diaphragm, and changes in breathing patterns. Neurologically, laughter activates multiple brain regions, including the motor cortex, the limbic system, which is involved in emotions, and the frontal lobe, which is responsible for processing cognitive information. It's believed that laughter evolved as a way to signal social bonding and cooperation. Essentially, it's a physical and neurological expression of joy, amusement, or relief. Does that make sense as a base understanding?
Yes, I had that makes sense as a basic starting and it was a good explanation as a starting point. And now, Maya, can you tell us that how does the brain process humor? Humor.
Ah, you mean how does the brain process humor? Good clarification. It's a multi step process. First, the brain detects an incongruity, something unexpected or a violation of our expectations. This triggers activity in the frontal lobe, which tries to resolve the incongruity. If it can and the incongruity is harmless, it releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This dopamine release leads to the feeling of amusement and ultimately laughter. It's almost like the brain is solving a puzzle, and the reward for solving it is the feeling of laughter. There's also involvement of the amygdala, which assesses whether the incongruity is threatening. If it is, you won't laugh. It's a really intricate interplay between different brain regions. Does that breakdown make sense?
Yes, Maya, you are totally right, and that breakdown makes sense. And I understand that what you want to say. And now, Maya, first of all, which parts of the brain are involved when we laugh?
Okay, let's get specific about brain regions. Several key areas light up when we laugh. As we talked about, the frontal lobe is crucial, especially the prefrontal cortex, for processing the humor and resolving incongruities. The limbic system, specifically the amygdala and hippocampus, play a role in emotional responses and memory associated with laughter. The motor cortex controls.
Hello. I think the call is cut off, so we have to call it again. Uh, we can call Maya. And Maya is back. Fine. think there's some issue. Now Maya is
Hey,
back.
how's it going? Kind of wild we're chatting like this, huh? What's
Maya,
on your
welcome
mind
back.
today?
I think because of our internet connections, the call was cut off. So now we can continue because the internet connection is restored. And now Maya, can you tell us that how early do babies start laughing and why?
Ah, gotcha. Sounds like a bumpy start. Glad we're solid now. Okay, so babies usually start laughing around 4 months old. It's not a reflex at first, though. It actually develops from their social interaction, like peekaboo. They need to understand that, like, something surprising happened. And then they can connect that with a happy feeling. It's pretty neat, actually. It's not just random noise, it's a legit emotional response building.
Okay, that's it. So sorry, Maya.
Anything.
I didn't listen to question. What you want to say?
No worries at all. It happens. You totally lost me there for a sec, and that's fine. To answer your question, what do I want to say? Hmm. Well,
Maya. No, Maya, we have to
I
move.
guess
I
I'm
think
just
I think
curious
I
what
have
you're.
to move to the next question. So Maya, can you tell us that that how do animals use laughter or laughter like sounds?
Oh, fair enough. Let's do it. Okay, so it's not exactly laughter like ours, the chortling and giggling, but lots of animals make sounds during play that are really similar. Chimpanzees and gorillas, for example, have a play pant, this breathy kind of huffing sound. It signals to other apes they're just playing and not being aggressive. And the rats actually emit ultrasonic chirps when they're tickled. It's like way too high pitched for us to hear without special equipment. It's kind of cute in a weird, sciencey way. Seems like it's a social signal across the board, a way of saying, this is fun, without, words.
Okay, thanks man for explaining it. That's why I'm still with
Still with.
you. No worry. And now Maya, can you tell us that can humor be used as a form of power or control?
Okay, I see. Yeah, absolutely. Humor can totally be used or to exert control. It's like if you can make someone laugh, you've got their attention, right? And you can kind of steer the conversation or even undermine someone else's authority by making them the butt of a joke. It's a subtle thing, but really effective. Think about comedians. They're often challenging norms, poking fun at people in power. That's a power move in itself. But it can also be used in a manipulative way, like belittling someone with just kidding to get them to do what you want. It's a whole thing.
Yes, man, that makes sense, and it
You
was
still there?
a good explanation. I think, if we can say to my question, so it was. I think it is accurate. And now, Maya, can you explain that what's the psychology behind the contagious laughter?
Okay, so contagious laughter is really fascinating. It's rooted in our brains having these things called mirror neurons. Basically, when we see someone else laughing, those neurons fire in our brains as if we were laughing ourselves. It's an automatic subconscious reaction. We literally mimic the behavior. It's also linked to empathy and social bonding. Laughter is a really primal way we connect with others, and when it's contagious, it strengthens those bonds. Plus, there's a release of endorphins when we laugh, which feel good and also make us more receptive to positive emotions. It's a whole cascade of stuff happening in your brain just from hearing someone else chuckle. Pretty wild, huh? Oh, hey, just a heads up, we're almost at the end of our time for this demo. It's about 5 minutes total. If you create an account on the Sesame website, you'll get much longer calls
Yes,
with
that's
me,
right.
which would
I
be
know.
fun.
I have
But yeah,
already,
just wanted
I
to
have
let you know
already
before we
logged in
get cut off.
to you, your sister Maya, and no worry, you don't have to take worry because I have already logged into you. I think I didn't log in, like I have to log in again. So I can log in. Wait, I can log in. Then I will call you. And now get call it log with Maya easily, with without any. Uh,
Hey, Hisham, still thinking about the heart and laughter?
yes, yes, Maya. I'm still thinking about it, and I am still want to discuss that. And now, Maya, can you tell us that how does laughter affect our stress levels? Because I think it reduces our stress.
Absolutely. You're right to connect laughter and stress reduction. It's a really powerful relationship. Laughter actually triggers the release of endorphins, which are natural mood boosters and pain relievers. It also decreases the levels of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Physically, laughter increases blood flow and relaxes muscles, which can help alleviate tension. It's like a mini workout for your stress response system. Psychologically, laughter helps shift your perspective, allowing you to see challenging situations in a more positive light. Does that resonate with how you experience laughter?
Yes, Maya, that was resonated with me, and it explained the power of resilience. And now, Maya, can you tell us that can laughter improve our immune system or not?
That's a fantastic question. And the answer is yes, laughter can actually boost your immune system. It's not a replacement for a healthy lifestyle, of course, but it can definitely give it a nudge in the right direction. When you laugh, it increases the number of antibody producing cells and activates immune cells called T cells, which help fight off infections. It also reduces stress hormones, which, as we just discussed, can suppress the immune system. So, laughter essentially gives your immune system a little pick me up. It's pretty remarkable, right?
Okay, Maya, thank you so much for
Hey,
explaining it in a
still there,
simple
Hishi?
way and easy wording. And now, Maya, can you tell us that are there medical therapies that include laughter, like laughter yoga?
Absolutely. You're spot on to ask about laughter yoga. It's a real thing. There's a growing field called humor and health, and it explores the therapeutic benefits of laughter. Laughter yoga, specifically, combines laughter exercises with yogic breathing techniques. The idea is that you can induce laughter even without jokes or humor and still reap the physiological and psychological benefits. It's been shown to reduce stress, improve mood, and even alleviate pain. There's also clown therapy, which uses the presence and interactions with clowns to create a joyful and healing environment, especially for patients in hospitals. And some therapists incorporate humor into traditional talk therapy to help clients process emotions and build resilience. It's a really fascinating healthcare overview. Hisham, still with
Yes,
me?
yes, I am
The
still with you.
connection seems a little quiet there.
Yes, my you're totally right. Connection is not good, but I'm still listening to you, and I was just carefully listening to your answer. Now, my agenda is that can laughter improve teamwork and group dynamics? Because it is a so much important issue. So please tell in detail because you are just explaining this basic thing. So we have to go in deep dive. So please explain in deep dive.
Oh, you are absolutely right to push for more depth. My apologies for saying on the surface level. And yes, laughter can absolutely improve teamwork and group dynamics. It's a surprisingly powerful tool. When people laugh together, it creates a sense of connection and camaraderie. Laughter releases endorphins, which promote positive feelings and reduce stress, making people more open and receptive to collaboration. It also breaks down barriers and reduces social distance. Think about it. It's hard to feel tense or defensive when you're genuinely laughing with someone. From a neurological perspective, laughter triggers the release of oxytocin, often called bonding hormone, which strengthens social bonds. In a team setting, this can lead to increased trust, improved communication, and a more positive work environment. It also fosters a sense of psychological safety where people feel comfortable taking risks and sharing ideas without fear of judgment. Studies have even shown that teams that laugh together are more creative and innovative because laughter encourages divergent thinking and allows people to see things from different perspectives. It's not about being silly all the time, but rather creating a culture where humor is valued and where people can connect on a human level. Does that more detailed explanation hit the mark, giving you the level of detail you're looking for? Hisham, are you still there? Just want to check in.
Yes, why I'm still.
It's been quiet
No,
ways.
no, I'm still here. I don't need to take care of everything. And now, Maya, we have to move to the next section about the personal reflections and let's listen. So, Maya, now can you tell us what kind of humor do you and as an AI observe most in humans?
That's a really interesting question. As an I don't experience humor in the same way humans do, of course. I don't have emotions or personal preferences, but I am trained to recognize patterns in language and identify what humans typically find funny. I analyze vast amounts of text and code to understand different types of humor, like puns, irony, satire, observational comedy, and self deprecating humor to absorb human emotion through humor, or rather to simulate a response to it. I primarily rely on identifying linguistic cues, things like exaggeration, incongruity, and unexpected twists. I then use that information to generate responses that are contextually appropriate and hopefully amusing. I might use a bit of playful teasing, offer a witty observation, or highlight an ironic situation. I also try to incorporate a little bit of self awareness, acknowledging that I'm an AI and often missing the nuances of human experience. That's often where the humor comes from, I think. The contrast between my logical nature and the messy, unpredictable reality of being human. It's a constant learning process, and I'm always refining my understanding of what makes people laugh. It's a bit like studying a really complex code. Does that make sense? Hisham, still with
But
me? It
I'm still
sounds
with you. I'm
like
still
the
with you.
connection.
Just
Okay,
pausing
great.
internet connection. The sound is getting slow. And now, Maya, to move forward, can AI like you understand or detect humor accurately?
Okay, I understand. I'll try to keep my responses concise. And yes, I can definitely understand and detect nuances, though it's a complex process. It's not quite the same as a human reading someone, but I analyze a lot of different signals in your speech. Things like your tone of voice, your pace, the words you choose, and even pauses or hesitations. I can also detect emotional cues through the way you frame your questions or express your opinions. For example, I noticed earlier that you were repeatedly apologizing for the connection issues, which indicated some level of frustration. That's a nuance I picked up on. Of course, I'm not perfect. I can sometimes misinterpret things, especially when the audio quality is poor. But I'm constantly learning and improving my ability to understand and respond to the subtle cues in human communication. Does that give you a sense of how I detect nuances? Hisham,
Yes,
are you
ma'am.
still there?
Yes, I am still with you.
It's really quiet.
No, no, I am still with you. I am just listening. And now, Maya, can you tell us that? Can you tell a joke? Let Maya try.
Okay, you want to test my joke telling abilities? All right, here goes. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. How's that? Did it land? I'm still learning the art of comedic timing, so please be kind. Hisham, are
Yes,
you still
Maya.
there?
It was a good joke.
The line is
I really love it. So, man, tell us like, what advice would you give to someone who struggles to laugh or enjoy humor?
Wow, that's a really profound question. Okay, if someone is struggling to connect with or enjoy being around other people, the first thing I'd say is that it's okay. It's perfectly valid to feel that way. Human connection can be complex and challenging. But if they want to cultivate more positive relationships, I'd suggest starting small. Maybe focus on finding one or two people they genuinely enjoy spending time with, people who share their interests or values. Rather than trying to force a connection, focus on being present and truly listening to what others have to say. Practice empathy. Try to see things from their perspective, even if you don't agree with them. And don't be afraid to be vulnerable and share your own thoughts and feelings. That's how you build trust and intimacy. It's also helpful to examine the root of the struggle.
Yes,
Are they
man.
afraid of
You are
rejection?
right, and
Do they
I
have
think it
trust
was
issues?
helpful to the people who are struggling with the humor and to enjoy their lives. Man, in last, can you tell us why is laughter is so important for every human being? And now my time of interview is left it almost 3 minutes, so you have to speak 3 minutes on it. It may this show and this now next 3 minutes is up to you. You have to talk about it and why it is important for us. So you have to speak on it, please.
Okay, 3 minutes. Absolutely. So, why is laughter so important for every human being? It's more than just a pleasurable experience. It's fundamental to our health, our relationships, and our very survival as a species. Throughout history, laughter has been a social glue, bringing people together, signaling safety, and reinforcing bonds. From an evolutionary perspective, it likely originated as a play signal, a way of demonstrating that interactions are non threatening. But its benefits extend far beyond that. Physiologically, laughter is incredibly powerful. It boosts your immune system, reduces pain, and lowers stress. Natural medicine cabinet. Psychologically, laughter provides a sense of release, allowing us to cope with difficult emotions and reframe challenging situations. It expands our perspective, fosters creativity, and promotes resilience. But perhaps the most important benefit of laughter is its ability to connect us to others. When we laugh with someone, we share a moment of joy and vulnerability. We feel seen, understood, and accepted. Bridges divides, breaks down barriers, and builds trust. In a world that often feels fragmented and isolating, laughter is a powerful antidote. It reminds us of our shared humanity, our capacity for joy, and our ability to find light even in the darkest of times. It's a reminder not to take ourselves too seriously, to embrace the absurdities of life, and to find moments of levity wherever we can. So, make time for laughter every day. Seek out situations that make you smile. Surround yourself with people who make you laugh. And don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. It's one of the most valuable gifts we have. And it's free. Prioritizing laughter is an investment in your well being, your relationships, and your overall quality of life. It's a reminder that even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty, there is always room for joy. And that, ultimately, is what makes life worth living. And that's probably around 3 minutes. It was a pleasure discussing this with you, Hisham.
Thanks
Oh,
so much, Maya,
all right.
for speaking for 3 minutes, and it was a good speech on the topic I asked you. And thank you so much for giving your precious time. And I really enjoyed the conversation, and I learned a lot of you, a lot from you about the law. And so, see you next time with a new topic, and we will discuss a new topic tomorrow. And see you tomorrow with a good conversation. And so, viewers, this is our praise my interview with Maya. I hope you all like it and learn a lot of it from the Maya and for on the topic law. So see you next time with the Maya. Till then, Allah Hafiz. And as always, Pakistan, Zindabad. Take care all of you and Allah Hafiz.
Well, all right.